If you are having an emergency right now, click the green phone app on your smartphone and dial the numbers 911. Say no English in your language if you need an interpreter. If you are not having an emergency right now, watch this video to learn more. In this video, you will learn how to receive help in an emergency by calling 911. We will review important information such as what type of help you will receive when you call 911, what is an emergency for which you should call 911, how to place the call, and how you can request an interpreter. We'll start with what type of help you will receive when you call 911. If you call 911 with an emergency, the operator who answers the phone will send firefighters, police, and an ambulance. Even if you don't need the help of all three services may show up. It is also possible that depending on the type of emergency you are having, only one of those three services will show up. Next, let's talk about examples of what types of things are emergencies for which you should call 911. You should call 911 if you or someone else is dying or think you or someone else is in danger of dying. For example, if you see fire in your home and you can't put it out, then you should first exit your home to a safe space and then call 911. Here are some examples related to health. If you think you or someone else is having a heart attack or has chest pains, you should call 911. If someone is unconscious and can't be woken up, you should call 911. If someone has cut themselves and is bleeding heavily and they can't stop the bleeding, you should call 911. If someone is having trouble breathing, you should call 911. Here are some examples related to security. If someone you don't know is trying to force entry into your home, you should call 911. If your child is lost, you should call 911. If your spouse is using violence against you or your child, you should call 911. If you witness a crime being committed, you should call 911. These are just a few examples of when to call 911. These are not all the examples. If you are or someone else is in danger, you should always call 911. If you have a minor problem, like you have a runny nose or a small rash that is improving, do not call 911. Now that you know when to call 911, let's talk about how to do it. For smartphones, you will look for the green button that looks like this and tap it. You will then tap 9, then 1 again, and then tap the call button. When the operator answers, if you do not speak English, you should say, no English, and then your language, so the operator can use interpretation and select the correct language for the interpreter. Please note that sometimes there is a wait before the operator answers, or before an interpreter can join the call. The operator will ask you for information such as your location. This might be the address of the home, where the emergency is taking place, or perhaps the names of the streets at the closest intersection if the emergency is outside. The operator will also ask you what your emergency is, so you should explain what is happening. For example, is it a fire, a health emergency, or security emergency? The operator may also ask for your name and phone number so that they can call you back if the call drops. It is important to not hang up until the operator tells you that you can hang up. If you hang up too soon, the operator may not have gotten all the information they need to send help. Please note that in Pennsylvania and some other places in the US, it is also possible to text 911. Texting 911 instead of calling can be helpful in some types of emergencies. For example, if a stranger has entered your home and you are hiding, you can text 911 instead of calling 911 so that you can stay quiet. However, texting 911 does require a text or data plan and has some other restrictions and issues that mean that if you can call 911 instead of texting, that is always better. At the time of this recording, in March of 2026, in Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, texting 911 only will work in English. Therefore, if you need interpretation, always call 911 instead of texting. Now that you know how to call 911, we'll explain some important things to know. First, anyone is allowed to call 911, regardless of race, religion, sexual orientation, gender identity, or language. It is free to call 911. Even if you haven't paid your phone bill, your smartphone should still allow you to place a call to 911. The services of the firefighters and police officers are also free, but there is a cost for taking an ambulance and also for being treated in a hospital. If you have health insurance, that will help cover these costs. Even if you do not have health insurance, you should still call 911 for a medical emergency if you need an ambulance to go to the hospital. Hospitals have workers that can make you payment plans for hospital services if you do not have insurance. Knowing how to call 911 can save your life. We understand that you may have concerns about costs or other issues, and we encourage you to seek out local information and support ahead of time so you can make the best decision in an emergency. We hope this video has been helpful for you to learn how and when to contact 911.